Hello, I am Joellen, and I just wanted to come in to share some more traveling tips with you. Now, we are a full-time traveling family, so since January, we have been on the go all the time. So we kind of know how to travel. We've learned some things along the way, some things that work and don't work. And since we don't have a home, we are always striving to make wherever we're staying feel like home. So that's what I'm sharing with you today. I'm sharing with you how you can make it feel like home when you're traveling. Now, I know all of you are not full-time travelers, but many of you do travel here and there throughout the year, whether that just be for a weekend getaway or for a week or a couple weeks somewhere. Everyone travels at some point in their life, whether that's in the States, internationally or something. So these are some tips that have helped us make it feel a little bit more like home when we're traveling, because it can be hard being away from home. That's our comfortable place. That's where we have the things that we love, that make it easy to live and comfortable to live. So as we have been traveling full time, these are some of the tips that have helped us make it feel a little bit homier wherever we are. So tip number one, always unpack. Now, if I'm gonna be in a place for a week or longer, it is just so nice to unpack. If I'm just gonna be there for a couple days, honestly, sometimes it's not worth going through the effort of unpacking. We just kind of live out of our suitcases. But if I'm gonna be there for a few days, or a week or longer, I will unpack. I will take the things out of my suitcase. I will put them in a dresser, hang them up in the closet, put the shoes, lined along the front door. We will try to unpack as much as we can. Also, that goes with some of the kitchen stuff. Sometimes as we're in the States, we've been traveling, we do travel with some kitchen ingredients. So I always unpack. Most places we stay, there is a cupboard that we can put some of our ingredients in and stuff. So we try to unpack, make it feel like we're not living out of suitcases, that really wherever we are staying, it does feel like home. And now we kind of shy away from staying in hotels with our family. We have 4 kids, and when you have to stay there for a couple days at a time, it gets a little bit much. So we do try to stay in homes wherever we are. That usually is Airbnb or HomeAway or VRBO, or when we were in New Zealand, Book a Batch. Some of those places, there's tons of websites to look. But we always try to stay in a home because that makes it feel like home more. But so unpack, that really does help you feel like you're not just on the go and living out of a bag. Okay, tip number 2, if you have kids, give them chores. We still do chores when we are on the go. We rotate through emptying the dishwasher to doing the dishes to folding the laundry to clearing and setting the table. Those types of chores, or even like a straightener, or we always still make our beds every day. We always maintain our normal daily routine wherever we are. So having those chores not only helps them become more responsible and put more effort into where we're staying and make sure that we have a nice clean space, but then also it gives you a nice sense of you're not a hot mess and everything is all over the place, and that mom has to do everything. So we make sure that we still do our chores and that we are a happy running system of a family as we are traveling. Okay, number 3, make your family recipes still, some of your family favorite recipes. Now, it is a little bit tricky depending on where you're staying. We have stayed in a lot of places where that's not possible. We don't have an oven, or we don't have baking pans to bake, or we don't have a mixer. So it is tricky. You do have to be creative. But look through your recipe book. We have all of our recipes, a copy of it in our OneNote. And so I can just look up recipes, or on Pinterest if you have a bunch of recipes that you like to make. Look through your recipes and see what are some of your family favorites that you can also make as you're traveling. Brownies are a huge thing for us. We love brownies and ice cream. So I can't always make homemade brownies, but a lot of places have the box brownies, and so I can just get a disposable 9x13 pan and make a batch of brownies in an oven. So that kind of makes it feel a little bit more like home when we have some of the traditional things that we normally eat. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be something sweet. It can be something if spaghetti is your thing, you always have spaghetti in your family, hey, go to the grocery store. There's almost always noodles and spaghetti sauce, and you can make those kind of things. So just go back to your family favorites and make those, because it does make it feel like there is some normalcy and some consistency in your travel life as you as you go. But I'm all about trying new foods. Absolutely. Wherever we go, we always try new foods. We were just in Florida a couple weeks ago, so we made sure that we had some good Southern cooking. We had some fried chicken and waffles. We had some fried okra, some collard greens. So like, I'm definitely all about making sure that you try wherever you are, like the foods that are authentic to that area. But sometimes it's just nice to stick to some of the things that you have on a normal, regular basis. Mac and cheese, that is huge in my family, so we have lots of mac and cheese just to make it feel like more like home. All right, maintain some of your family traditions. So a huge family tradition for us, and I know sometimes when you think of traditions, you think of holidays. That doesn't necessarily have to revolve around a holiday tradition. Every Friday, we always have pizza and movie night. No matter where we are, except for like if we're on the plane and we're actually traveling, we make sure that Friday is a pizza and a movie night wherever we are. So that's just a fun family tradition that no matter where we are in the world, whether we are in Thailand and we have to go to the takeaway place to get what they call pizza, pizza movie night, we just make sure that we always have that. So just think of some of the family traditions that you have. For birthdays, is there something that you like to do to make your kids feel special? If you're traveling on their birthday, still do that, or do you do something on Sunday evenings as a family, a fun family activity? You just think of some things that you consistently do as a family that you wouldn't maybe think that they're a tradition, but they definitely are a tradition if you do it on a regular basis. Just stick to those traditions. We read scriptures every night as a family. So we make sure that no matter where we are in the world, we stop for a few minutes and we read our scriptures as a family, and family prayer. Those types of things are considered traditions because you are consistently doing them, and it's something that your family is special to your family. So we maintain all of those family traditions so that it makes it feel more like home as we're traveling. And then also bring something from home. My kids love animals. They love their stuffed animals. So we don't have a lot of space to be traveling with all their toys. They have a small bag of Legos, and they have their electronic devices, and then they have a handful of stuffed animals that they could not live without. So their stuffed animals is something from home that they feel like is a part of a love, something that gives them some comfort and peace. So they travel with their stuffed animals. You could also travel with a blanket. You could travel with slippers, with a bathrobe, something from home that makes it feel like you are comfortable, that you are part of a nice, comfortable place that reminds you of home. So those are some tips that have helped us as we travel, make it feel like that we're not always on the go, that we're not always going from one strange place to another, that we do have some consistency, a little bit of normalcy, a little bit of family memories traveling with us to make it feel like we are home no matter where we are in the world. So if you have any ideas, I would love to hear them, because I'm always up for implementing new ideas, new traditions, new ways to make it feel like home. So I would love to hear your thoughts, and I hope that you can take at least one of these tips and implement them as you travel so that you feel a little bit more comfortable wherever you go. So have a great day, and I will see you later.